What's up, everyone? And today I am back on Tuesday, 11 a.m. Today we'll be talking about the current sport, what's been happening, Arsenal's defeat again, also the past of Maradona, United's comeback, and we'll also doing a paper talk. I hope you have a good show. Just a few things to mention. Remember to like the Facebook page, then follow us on Instagram and Twitter for daily updates. And also, if you want to check out my socials, my Instagram is humorous_J and my Snapchat is JamieRichards19. My YouTube channel is also HumorousJ. Hope you have a good show. Remember, W's in the chat, go emojis in the chat. Let's get it, people.
Online, on the iOS and Android, on your mobile phones. Great speakers conversation around the globe. This is Relaks Radio.
It's time for a show on Relaks Radio. It talks about me and you. It's time for a show on Relaks Radio. It talks about me and you. So listen to us here 24 hours and let the happiness come to you on Relaks Radio. Tune in to Relaks Radio.
Relaks Radio.
What's up, people? And I am back again. Tuesday morning, 11 o'clock. We here all the time. How's everyone? Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. I know I did. No, I didn't. I literally just chilled in all weekend. That's literally what we have to do right now. But a big thing which is back. We are out of lockdown from tomorrow, I believe. So gyms, shops, restaurants, pubs, whatever, they're back open. So I'm super gassed about that. I'm not gonna lie. I've missed going out. I've missed just even window shopping. I'm not gonna lie. I've missed that. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. I hope everyone else is as well. If you're just tuning in now, or you're gonna be watching on my YouTube channel or the Facebook page, just remember, we here every Tuesday and Wednesday, 11 o'clock, with no fail, every time. Even if I'm sick, I'm joking. No, I'm not coming if I'm sick. But I hope everyone has a good show today. Like I said, if you're joining the chat now or later, W's in the chat, go emojis. Even if you're looking on the comments, make sure you're putting them in. We're all goating, we're all winning every morning, people. Just a few things. If you want to call in, the number is 078 52473 473. That's 078 473 473. Hope everyone has a good show. And today, like I said, we'll be talking about sport. We'll possibly do this every Tuesday. It all depends on if I have certain guests on and whatnot, but every Tuesday we'll be discussing the sport, kind of big topics that's happened really. Not much has happened, but in the past week, an icon, an absolute legend in our game, football, passed away. My thoughts on it, I want to give you my thoughts. So when I found out, it was so weird, it was so surreal, because it was like someone who's at the top of everyone's conversation of who's the greatest ever player has passed away. And kind of people now realize, I think people did realize before, and it wasn't a case of when people say you don't know what you have until you've lost it. But I feel like we lost a lot of watching. I didn't really watch him because I wasn't at the time I wasn't born then, but I can imagine from what the quotes and the people have said about him, and I'll read them. The quotes that they've said about him, you could just tell he has such an influence on people, and how he was as a player is someone that they have never seen before. So I'll read out a quote that Messi said. Even if I play for a million years, and I've got this quote from thefootballfaith.com. So he said, even if I played for a million years, I would never come close to Maradona. Not that I'd want to anyway. He's the greatest that has ever been. And it's mad for him to say that, because a lot of people tend to compare him. If he doesn't know football, Maradona is an Argentinian legend. Argentinian legend. And someone who graced the game and who was unreal. When I tell you, when I watch some of the highlights, I just think to myself, how do you do that? And I'm watching it, so I couldn't imagine to think seeing that live in person. It would be crazy. It would be absolutely crazy. But a lot of people tend to compare Messi and Maradona because of they're so similar in how they play. So similar. Even as an iconic goal, if you search iconic Maradona goal, then you will see it, because it was unreal. He must have skipped past 4 players, and this was on the international stage when everyone was watching. So to even do that in such a big crowd, it was incredible. So a lot of people tend to compare him and Messi because of they're both Argentinian. They're both from Argentina. They're small. Their playing style is quite similar. So the comparisons are there. It's not like, for example, me and my twin. It's like, it's even close to comparing me and my twin, because we look so alike, but in football terms, they played very alike. It's mad. But yeah, I always thought to myself that to be the best player ever, you have to be able to play in Europe and to be able to dominate Europe. He played for Barcelona, Napoli and Seville. He played Seville later on in his career, but early on, I believe it was Barcelona, and then it was Napoli, which he then made his trade, because he carried that team, and that was someone Maradona associated himself with. He carried his team. He carried Argentina to the World Cup, and they didn't really have a great squad, as some people say. So the fact that he carried them to win a World Cup, and that is any footballer's dream. Like, they dream about winning the things like Champions League, the Premier League, but for an ultimate dream when you become a professional footballer, the idea is to have that, have the World Cup in your hands, to be able to lift it. It's crazy, and a lot of people do it at such a young age. A lot of people do it. A lot of players do it when they get older. It just depends. They don't care. As long as they can get their hands on it, it don't matter for them. It doesn't. But I'll read out another quote. Let's get another quote from the footballfaithful.com, and let's get I saw a good one from Cantona. Yes, I'm gonna read this one. This is a very long one, so bear with me. Some say Pele was the greatest player of all time, but not for me. Maradona will always be the greatest. He's won the World Cup in 1986, narrowly lost in the final in 1990, and then in 1994 maybe would have won it again, but he's not. Had he not been banned. The critical defense with Pele is that Maradona wasn't surrounded by great players. He had to carry the team himself. If you took Maradona out of Argentina, they would not win the World Cup. But I think Brazil, without Pele, would still have a World Cup, and that is very true. That is very true. With Brazil, they have an abundance. I'm gonna use smart words, people. They have an abundance of great players. Abundance. And obviously, I don't know the team at the time when Pele won the World Cup, but Brazil have always had a lot of very good players, a lot of world-class players. Argentina doesn't really have that. In recent years, it has, with Messi, Di Maria, Aguero, how could I say it, Dybala, a lot of great players. They haven't had a great midfield. It's more or less been a great attack. But even when Maradona was there, no one really screams out in that team. They don't scream out in that team, and it's that's why people consider Maradona better than Pele, because he had to play with such a disadvantage with such a low team, and a lot of teams were. I can tell Germany, Brazil, France even, they done well. They've always had a well-rounded team, always. But Argentina haven't really had that. And for him to do that and win a World Cup, it's very inspirational. I'm not gonna lie, it very is. I forgot to say the quote of the day. So the quote of the day, and I got this from www.berries.com. It always seems impossible. It always seems impossible until it's done. And that's a big quote. I always explain my quotes. Always have a dream and never think that every time you think of something, it's impossible. Something always, a lot of, for example, equipment that we got in here, it's impossible. Like someone thought to themselves, this is going to be impossible to make, but it's not possible because now it's been done. So an impossible, for example, let's have a term for in football. So an impossible is, you could say it's impossible for me to win the World Cup, but it can be done. So until it's done, it is impossible. But until when it is done, it doesn't seem like it was impossible because you actually done it. But that's the quote of the day. If you're joining in now, watching it, and even if you're gonna see this on the Facebook stream, if you're gonna see this on my YouTube channel or the Twitter, still put W's in the chat. Post the goat emojis, because every time you watch this show, we are goating. We are always winning. Like I said, it is sad. It is sad to think one of an iconic legend is gone out of our game. But R.I.P. To Maradona. If you're watching this, like I said, if you watch it again, what is your favorite goal or favorite moment or even favorite quote from Maradona? What do you think of him, etc.? So yeah, it's really sad, and we've lost a good amount of icons. We've lost Kobe Bryant, and now we've lost Maradona. It's a bit sad, really. It really is, but how can I say it is life, and it is something we have to deal with. Yeah, it is really tough. We'll be going on break every 15 minutes. You know this. You know we go on break every 15 minutes. And Lou's just joined in. What's up, Lou? Goat emojis every time. We've just been talking about Maradona and his influence on football. And let me read out one more quote. Before we go on break. Who can I say? Let's get Ruud Gullit. Bear with me, it's a long one as well. The best player there has ever been. Better than Pele. I watched him closely in Italy every week. He was a different level to everyone else. Some of the things he did were unbelievable. He would control the ball without looking, which meant if the pass was on, he would take it. And he was a classic example of someone who was just unbelievable. Every time you would pay to watch him, to have players to pay to watch, it's mad. I would love that. So imagine him and then having a crowd on him and everything. He really took the world by storm. Got Alfie in the building. We've just been talking about Maradona and like his influence, and I've read out a couple quotes. I don't want anyone else, and I don't want any legends anymore, man, to go, because it's just, you have such a deep feeling for some of these players, especially if you love football. If you love football, then you know someone like Maradona is always being mentioned. Because like I say, he was always in topics of conversation. Who's better, him or Pele? Always. And I do think people tend to say that it was Maradona because he played in Europe. Pele didn't really play in Europe. And the fact that he played for not the biggest of teams, to be fair. He played for Napoli, carried Napoli. Played for Seville later on in his career. And Barcelona, that's probably the biggest club he's played for. Obviously, he played in Argentina for Bocas, I believe. And yeah, it's just mad to think that he's gone now. He's gone. Just a few things what we'll be talking about. We're talking about Arsenal's defeat. And that's another big topic. I spoke about them last week and they're back again. Ironic. It's very ironic. And we'll be talking about United's comeback as well. And like I said, we'll be doing a paper talk, pertaining to what the papers are saying. A big incident happened this weekend as well in football, and it's kind of sparked. And Arsenal have got a bit of heat from it. They've got a bit of heat from it. So we'll be discussing that. Like I said, I'm gonna go on break, have a cup of tea, have some toast, beans on toast, whatever you like to eat. Go, and I will be back.
Relax Radio.
আপনি হয়তোবা জানেন না যে রেডিও অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট ইজ 4 times more powerful than any other media. রিল্যাক্স রেডিওতে যদি অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করতে চান তাহলে আমাদেরকে আজই যোগাযোগ করুন on 02074749292 আমাদের সাথে অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করুন from £99 a month. Increase your business by advertising on Relax Radio.
It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. So listen to us, yeah, 24 hours, and let the happiness come to you on Relax Radio. Tune in to Relax Radio.
It has been too long. No one has taken the initiative to know who you are and what you do. Well, Relax proudly presents Relax Media to unite and expose all media-related personalities under one umbrella. If you are an artist or maybe you're looking for one, look no further. Log on to www.relaxmedia.com, RELAKS media.com. In return, you get a free webpage and exposure to wider fan appreciation and contacts. Also, optional personal manager. Don't delay.
Relax Radio.
We are back, people. Hope you had a good break. 2 minutes. Hope you had a good toilet break. Had a little good toast with your butter and whatnot. And we're back. Just to recap, we were talking about the passing away of Maradona. My thoughts on it. We've read a couple quotes as well from Ruud Gullit, Lionel Messi, yeah, and Cantona as well. 3 iconic players as well. It's all about icons, people. Goats. Like I said, this is the GOAT. We don't call it the GOAT show, but we goats. If you're in, as soon as you click onto this live stream, you are considered a GOAT. You are considered winning. So remember to always put that in there. The next topic I want to talk about, Arsenal. Same old. It's the conversation with Arsenal though. It never gets boring. It never, because they make you laugh. But right now it's actually a serious moment of what's happening with Arsenal. Their form is down the pan. But the thing is with Arsenal in previous years, sometimes their form is bad, especially also under Emery. But you always felt like Arsenal could score. You always felt like games would be crazy. Newcastle 4-4, Liverpool 4-4, United they used to, even when they went, for example, when Arsenal played United, I think that was a 3-1 when they hit us 3-0. Like, Arsenal used to be such a threat attackingly, but defensively they were sometimes all over the place, but their attack would get them out of it. Now they don't have, to be fair, their attack now is still considered. Aubameyang you would still take. Not sure about Pepe, Lacazette. So when you actually do think about it, their attack is lacking a lot. They're lacking a lot of confidence and a lot of firepower. I don't think Lacazette, for me personally, is good enough anymore. When he came, you thought, yeah, this is going to be Arsenal's guy. Hasn't really lit up. Aubameyang, to be fair, has, but ever since he's got his bumper contract, he's gone down the pan as well. So it's it is looking a bit scary for them right now. And it's mad to think they played 10 games now, 10 goals scored in 10 games. On average, that's a goal a game for a team considered in the top 6. It's not good enough at all. And they conceded 12 goals. 12 goals isn't that bad. But when you consider 10 goals, 12 games. That's a goal difference of -2. A goal difference of -2. At this stage right now, it's mad. That is a lot of the lower teams should be on that kind of level in terms of stats this season. They don't create enough, and that's something you associated with them. They would always create chances. Arsenal would always create chances, but now you don't have anyone to link up play, and that's the hard part. And a big player they've let out of the team is Mesut Ozil, and it jars me a lot that someone like that is sitting at home doing nothing when he could be doing something for you. I do think they have to bring him in. They have to. I think it's a case where they've got Tottenham next, and if they lose that game, and I do think they will, I generally think they will. I think Tottenham are too strong, and especially Mourinho as well. Against Arsenal, he would want to make them suffer. He would. He fully would. So I think it is doom and gloom for Arsenal right now. We're alright, as a United fan, we're alright. But to have that, but it's just the lack of goals Arsenal aren't creating. Because like I said, you always associate Arsenal with scoring goals. Always. And now they haven't got that. When they lost Sanchez, I thought, mate, they gave it to us, so they kind of won on that one. But then we saw Mkhitaryan, he didn't do well. Now he's in Roma. Same with Sanchez, he's in Italy. And then you don't play Ozil, and then you haven't got a creative spark. Ceballos can't do it. Xhaka can't do it. You bought Partey, which is good, but he's not playing for you. And what I personally think you can play Ceballos in that creating role. I personally think you could. I don't think I think he's relied on defensive structure more than trying to get your team to free flow. Like the thing is with Oli, I personally think he's not the coach for us, but at least when we play, there's something there. When you see it with Chelsea, when they play, there's something there. Liverpool, of course. City, of course. Tottenham, obviously Tottenham aren't the team to play expansive, but when they get on the break, they go. Arsenal, nah, I don't think so. It is difficult for you guys right now. Arsenal fans, if you're watching this on the live stream, or you're going to be watching this later on the YouTube channel or the page, let us know your thoughts. Is Arteta done for? I don't think they'll sack him. Personally, I think because Arsenal fans, Arsenal as a board, all they care about is money. And if it does go longer, then you're looking at teams like, for example, I personally think United will finish in the top 4 again. But you're looking at Leicester, Europa League this year. They're gonna be within that range. Leicester, Everton have slipped up a little bit, but they will be in and around there. So I don't know where you're gonna go, because you've got the top 4 guaranteed with Chelsea. My personal view, top 4 will be obviously City, Liverpool. Even City aren't doing that great this year. City, I personally feel like they will come back. City, Liverpool, Tottenham will get into the top 4. And now you're asking, will we get into the top 4? It's difficult. Chelsea do look like, I don't know, they look like, but they were facing a very strong Tottenham team. So I can understand it weren't that kind of game. It really wasn't. But do I think of? Well, the top 4 will be where it is near enough now. Obviously teams are doing well, like that should be finishing a lot lower. But like I said, there's no way you guys are getting to the top 4. So you're back in Europa League next year. But even if you don't even make Europa League, it is looking very, very difficult. And you've got players there that you're on high wages, hard to move on. It's going to be, if going on, your summer next year And you have to look at the future. The summer next year is looking very difficult because Party, I don't know why he went there, but he went there probably because of the project. But then if it's not working, I feel like you will get, that's the thing, I feel like you Arsenal fans will get a number 10. I feel like you have to buy a number 10. If you're not going to put Ozil in, obviously the window's going to open. You have to buy a number 10. That should be your priority. So I feel like Arsenal will climb back up. I don't see you in a relegation battle. People will start speaking about like Arsenal relegation. That can never happen. But to be fair, the quote I said earlier today, and they always link up. It always seems impossible until it is done. People say it's impossible Arsenal to be in a relegation battle, but if it happens, it happens. So it is a funny time at the moment, but it's a very sad time. Like I said, let us know your thoughts. If you're neutral, what are your thoughts? Do you find this hilarious? Do you feel sorry for Arsenal fans? Do you feel like it is their time coming? Everyone always feels like it is. So yeah, quickly before we go on break again, I just want to say, I feel like they do it to themselves. They big up players. They're like, yes. How can I say it? Martinelli's better than Greenwood. Ever since then, he hasn't played. Willian. Yes, Willian. Willian. After the 3 assists he got against Fulham first game of the season, they're like, yes, this is our guy. Flopped ever since. Aubameyang, they were screaming a lot of names for him. Lacazette, the same thing. And then now, you don't humble your players. You need to humble your players and let them know that they shouldn't get gassed too quickly, because that's what Arsenal fans do. And it's how can I say, it's like a chain effect. Players get gassed. Players, they see the stuff on social media. Oh, Williams our guy. And yes, you have to support whatever, but sometimes you can't really go too much. And it's come to bite them. It fully has. Can't predict the season as a whole. Too many. Yeah, that's the thing. I will go into that as well. That is a good topic. We can talk about that. The season now. I'll go on that. We'll talk on it a little bit. This Premier League is crazy. I haven't seen the level, but teams like City, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, Tottenham, Wolves even are looking better than Arsenal. Exactly. That's the worst thing. Because Villa, I could happily sit there and watch Aston Villa. Happily sit there. Southampton yesterday, and I'll talk about the game. I'll talk about my thoughts on the game and the comeback and everything. Once Southampton got going, it was very difficult for us. I still feel like we were on top, United. But when Southampton got going, even Brighton as well. Like, I've not watched the season where I fear most of the teams in the league. Leeds, Brighton. West Ham are doing alright, but West Ham always have that patch where they do well and then they drop off. But I don't think West Ham will go down either this year. They're above Arsenal as well. So yeah, it's this league is crazy this year. It is very crazy. Well, yeah, like I said, I'll go on to the United game in Southampton. But Louis right. You can't predict any teams. You can't predict where anyone will finish. You can have your guarantee, like that. You can have a prediction, but it's not even guaranteed. It's not. Chelsea could fall off. City, I didn't expect them to beat them in this position. If you used to ask me last year, United, I feel like we are doing okay. I feel like we are, but like I said, I'll go into that discussion in a minute. 2 minutes again, people. Make yourself another toast. Go toilet again. Have a cup of tea. Do whatever, and I will be back.
Relaks Radio. Whoa, Relaks Radio.
আপনি হয়তোবা জানেন না যে রেডিও অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট ইজ 4 times more powerful than any other media. রিল্যাক্স রেডিওতে যদি অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করতে চান তাহলে আমাদেরকে আজই যোগাযোগ করুন on 020-7474-9292. আমাদের সাথে অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করুন from £99 a month. Increase your business by advertising on Relax Radio.
It's time for
It has been too long. No one has taken the initiative to know who you are and what you do. Well, Relax proudly presents Relax Media to unite and expose all media-related personalities under one umbrella. If you are an artist or maybe you're looking for one, look no further. Log on to www.relaxmedia.com, RELAKS media.com. In return, you get a free webpage and exposure to wider fan appreciation and contacts. Also, optional personal manager. Don't delay.
Relax Radio.
Yo, my people, and we are back on the Jamie Show. Just a recap, we were talking about the passing away of Maradona, a couple quotes from some iconic legends he's played with, and also seen him play. And we were talking about the Arsenal defeat and how it's affected them and what they're gonna do. So yeah, like I said, here every 11 o'clock every Wednesday and Tuesday, no fail. If you want me to talk about topics, just let me know. DM me, humorous_J, or send me a snap, JamieRichards19, and then we could talk about it. And if you want to be a guest, remember, let me know. Hit me up in the DM. Also, remember to like the Facebook page. Remember to follow us on Relax Radio on Instagram and Twitter. And also, I believe, potentially YouTube channel, maybe. I don't know. We'll let you guys know, though, okay? And, cool. I want to talk about the United results, because that was, watching that the other day, it was weird, because from when we went 2-0 down, I actually thought, I had a feeling, and I was sitting there with my brother, I had a feeling we were gonna come back. I fully thought it. I know Southampton, once they got going, but I don't know, I feel like even before the 2 goals we had chances, and it was just all about taking them, because we was on top and we were playing some good football. Van der Beek, unreal. Turned into one of my favorite players. Unreal little footballer. Bruno was good. Rashford, I don't know. It's difficult. Rashford just needs a rest, but I don't know. With Martial, he's very inconsistent, and it's hard. Big shout out to Greenwood. He done well. He's had a difficult time so far, but he's done really well. I thought the back four was good. I thought it was really good. I thought Tellers was good. Maguire was good. Lindelof, I still feel like, the thing is weird, because everyone will scream, get Maguire out, Maguire shouldn't be playing. But I personally, I don't really have a problem with Maguire, because one, Maguire has everything you want in a defender. Strong, tall, can head the ball, and he is a leader. That's why he's got the captain armband. It's not for no reason, because if Bruno would have it, but obviously you think he was there first, etc. So yeah. I think if you partner someone alongside Maguire, for example, Upamecano, someone like that, I personally think Maguire could be our centre back for a while, because he doesn't. The only problem with Maguire, he just gets spun and he's slow. Other than that, he's a very good defender. So I don't really. That's my opinion. Wan-Bissaka was good. Technically, he's getting a lot better. Obviously, a lot of people have said technically he's probably one of the right backs, but obviously his defensive stats show exactly. If you're hearing this, Wan-Bissaka, I got you. But technically, he's gotten better, gotten a lot better. So big ups to him. He must be doing a lot of stuff on the training ground, which I would be doing. But personally for me, I still don't get that. I don't get how technically you play for a big club and you train every day, but technically you're not good. It doesn't make sense to me. If I was playing on the professional stage, you think my touch would be perfect. It'd be good. Every day I'll be training. I'll be staying back all the time. It's weird for me, man. It's weird for me. But overall, it was a good game. Southampton, Ward-Prowse, different level. When it comes to his set pieces, when the first goal went in, we conceded from a corner. Rashford's man. I don't know. I said to myself, we can't give him another corner. We can't give him another thing. Once he stood over the ball for the free kick, I said to myself, yeah, we're gonna concede in it. Concede. I was like, oh, De Gea. I don't think he could have done more, but obviously, to be fair, he did have we did concede a free kick in the week. I'm not gonna pronounce the team, but the team from Turkey. We conceded a free kick from there, and it was kind of the same thing. He got his hand to it, but it went into the goal. Maybe should do a little bit better, but obviously depends on his knee injury. We're gonna see Dean Henderson in, and I'm excited for that because I don't know. I feel like we just need a freshen up and go for a little bit. I think he does need to get out the rails for a little bit because we're not playing Romero, and that's a bit sad because he's done everything and he's been back up ever since he's joined, and to be treated like that is kind of bad. But the club must know what they're doing. I feel like we have to sell him in January just for the sake of him. Because to have a good backup keeper is so hard. It's so difficult to have a good backup keeper. And the fact that we're so fortunate to have him, do you know what I mean? And he doesn't even play Champions League or whatever. He's just there. So it's a bit sad, really. But overall, good game. I want to talk about my number 9. My proper number 9. Edison Cavani. I said this. And people actually thought that it weren't going to be a good signing. I said, if you sign Cavani early in the window, you would have been like, yeah, that's a good signing. Easily, you would have been like, yeah, that's a good signing. Because he's a backup striker. You know you're going to get goals out of him. And you know what you're going to get from him. Cavani, movement. You're going to get a lot of movement from Cavani. You're going to get a lot of... he's very good with playing his back to goal. And he's very fit as well. Consider that he's 33. He's very fit to be at that age. So I honestly think he can start for us on a regular basis. I'd want him to. Don't get me wrong. I love Martial, but when you're playing for a club like Man United, you should be able to have a striker who can do just more than score goals. That's why Kane would have been perfect for United. But I don't think we would have coached him in a way like Jose Mourinho has to play how he plays now. So obviously it's a good thing that he's not there. But Cavani's old enough and he knows what he's been around. He's been managed under some great coaches. So he would know. He knows how to manage himself. He knows how to do exactly. So, and I've always said that. I said this to my friends the other day. With Cavani, he offers movement on and off the ball. So it peels another defender out the way, for example, a Rashford or a Greenwood or a Bruno Fernandes. And the fact that he can head the ball, very aggressive, more than what Martial does. Don't get me wrong. Once Martial turns you can't get the ball off him. But playing your back to goal is so difficult. It's so difficult in the Prem as well. You've got a lot of strikers, big strikers. You haven't got really a slim striker. So that's why Cavani is perfect for us. He is perfect for us and a bit of a nasty player. So something I like, innit? Something I like. So Cavani, my number 9. If you're hearing this, Cavani, if you ever see this, you're my guy still. You're my guy. Another person I do want to talk about is Bruno Fernandes. And I just love that guy, man. I love Bruno Fernandes so much. It's just, and a lot of people are saying, oh, what makes him so special? He just scores pens and whatnot. It's his mentality which is special. A lot of examples which he's shown, is 2 examples I was going to bring out, and it's 2 recent performances he's done. Everton, I think that was about 2 weeks ago, I think, just before international break, for 3 weeks ago then. 3 weeks ago. 2 goals against Everton. His chance for the 3rd goal, he could have went for it himself, personally, but he laid it off to Cavani. And he's very, very selfless in that way, because he allows other players to score. That's what you have to do for a number 10. But when you're on a hat-trick, to make stats, to build up your stats, you should be able to take. But the fact that he laid off Cavani says a lot about him, especially against the Turkish team we played in Champions League. 2 goals for Bruno Fernandes. He got a pen. He had a chance to take the pen. No, he gave it to Rashford, and he said Rashford's top goal scorer in the Champions League, and he wants to build his numbers up. to have that mentality as a number 10 is special. I personally think, because a lot of people are going for the glory nowadays, but no, he's all about the team. He's all about his teammates. His ability, it speaks for himself. The fact that he's got so much goals, so much assists since coming in, arguably he's up there as one of the best number 10s. Maybe not in the world, I would say, but definitely in the Premier League. He's definitely up there with one of the best number 10 in the Prem. Let me know your views. If you're watching on the live stream or my YouTube channel, let me know your views, and we can have a little discussion. If you want to DM me about this, let me know, and then we could happily have that. I like talking about football. Someone that I do want to kind of talk about as well is Paul Pogba as well. I had this thought the other day, just before we go on another break. Sorry. I think he's gonna be gone soon. I personally think, because at the end of the day, we're playing well now, and the fact that if he comes in, it's another dilemma for example, Van der Beek, which I do think Van der Beek is gonna be Pogba's replacement. So I think he's gonna be gone, and I do think he hasn't lived up to like that he should have been, and it shows with Bruno Fernandes. He's coming straight away and lit it up, and you consider him the guy to go to. With Pogba, he was always the guy that was to make something happen, but he was never the guy for you to go to. Do you know what I mean? Obviously the penalties, score pens, but it's just you didn't see enough of that. You didn't see enough of that from him, and it's a bit, because he was one of my favourite players. He really was, and obviously we can't see much of him now because obviously he's injured at the time. So, but Van der Beek, best replacement. Honestly, watching Van der Beek, I love watching him, because he's so smart. He's very intelligent, a very intelligent footballer, and you could tell because he was brought up from the Ajax academy. So it's like someone like him I absolutely love, and I see him as Pogba's replacement. I feel like with our team, you got to play a 4-2-3-1, and he can do that 6. No, not the 6. He could do the 8. He could do the box to box, and obviously we just need a solid DM. And then we got Bruno Fernandes in front, got Rashford on the left. Greenwood, I see him as our future number 9, but right now I see him as Cavani. But I still feel like he will play Cavani. I still feel like, no, not Cavani, Martial. I feel like Ollie's someone who wants to build confidence in players, and he'll continue playing Martial. He'll use Cavani as an age or something like that, personally, me. Ollie, on the topic of Ollie, he does know how to play his way to safety. When you know his job's on the line, somehow he does it. 4-1 against the Turkish team. I'm never going to say the name. I'm not going to pronounce it. Everton. And now you've got a result against a very good Southampton team. So it's looking up for him again. We're 7th, I believe, with 1 game in hand. If we go, I think we go to 4th. So it's looking all right now. I feel like we've got to keep hold of this until January. And I feel like we will go for a big play in January, because we've done it for Fernandes. And look at the impact it had. So if we get someone like a Sancho or Upamecano to help, that's the thing. We've got to go for someone who's going to do what Bruno done. Not everyone can do that, but the influence he had. So if we get a very good centre-back, how can he add that influence Bruno has in attack for defence? Like, we don't concede, etc. So personally, who do I want? If you had to give me an option, because I know the names that I'm going to be screaming out, Sancho or Upamecano, I would probably say Upamecano, because I do feel like defensively, if we have that sorted out, then the midfield can be okay. This is our best midfield options we've had for years. So I'll hold off for Sancho or any other attacking player in the summer. But if we're gonna go for someone, we've got to go for a DM or a centre back this year. But like I said, probably be centre back, because we have loads of options in centre mid. So, but with Ollie, I don't know. I just think personally with him, I feel like he did say before, if he doesn't do it, if he doesn't make United successful again, he wants someone else too. And I feel like our team now is set up for a new manager, a world-class manager, to come and take that team and take it to that next level. Because no one can say that United team is awful. No one can say it. Attacking-wise, you've got goals. And you've got a threat with the speed that we have. In midfield, you've got options. Matic, Pogba, Van der Beek, Bruno Fernandes, Fred, Scott McTominay. So you have options in the midfield which are good enough. Defensively, that's where we lack. Wan-Bissaka will be a very good fullback, personally. Telles, I feel like he should start, and he has got a couple years in him. Luke Shaw, I don't think about, personally, Luke Shaw shouldn't start, but he will be a good backup. Centre-backs, that has to be the key, because we got Rojo, Twanzebe, Eric Bailly, Phil Jones, Maguire, Lindelof. So you've got centre-backs, and they don't scream out. Twanzebe, yes, but not yet. Like, not properly yet. Yes, you were like, yeah, we've got to see how he goes, but not properly. Maguire, obviously, paid 80 million for me. He's our captain, so he has to start. But anyone else, I'm not confident. Lindelof, I've always liked Lindelof, but I don't think he is strong enough to play. And I think he's been caught out before, and he hasn't really been tested properly, but I feel like he will get caught out again soon. And I don't want it to kill us late in the season, so that's why I get a proper centre-back in, so we don't have to worry about that. He's a good backup, but not like a starter. And that's the thing with our team. We've got people that you'll be like, all right, he's a good backup. Fred, you consider a good backup. Oh, I forgot about Fred. You consider him a good backup. McTominay, you consider a good backup. Van der Beek has to start for me personally. Bruno Fernandes, we don't have anyone to back him up. Van der Beek could play there personally. So yeah, so we have got players to do jobs, but they're not good enough to start, I don't think anyway. So Ollie, I feel like personally he's setting us up for the new manager, because I don't see him there long term. I think he's setting up for the new manager, and then yeah, we can go from there. So we're gonna go on another break, people. Have another slice of toast. If you have another slice of toast, that's a third toast. Have another slice of toast. Go toilet, and I'll be back, okay?
Relax Radio. Whoa, Relax Radio.
আপনি হয়তোবা জানেন না যে রেডিও অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট ইজ 4 times more powerful than any other media. রিল্যাক্স রেডিওতে যদি অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করতে চান তাহলে আমাদেরকে আজই যোগাযোগ করুন on 020-7474-9292. আমাদের সাথে অ্যাডভার্টাইজ করুন from £99 a month. Increase your business by advertising on Relax Radio.
It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. It's time for a show on Relax Radio. It talks about me and you. So listen to us here 24 hours and let the happiness come to you on Relax Radio. Tune in to Relax Radio.
It has been too long. No one has taken the initiative to know who you are and what you do. Well, Relax proudly presents Relax Media to unite and expose all media-related personalities under one umbrella. If you are an artist, or maybe you're looking for one, look no further. Log on to www.relaxmedia.com. RELAKS media.com. In return, you get a free webpage and exposure to wider fan appreciation and contacts. Also, optional personal manager. Don't delay.
Relax Radio.
Yo, my people, we are back. Show my face. Yeah, we are back, people. It's been a good show. Thank you everyone who's tuned in, who stayed right till the end. Just a recap, we've been talking about the passing away of Maradona, the Arsenal defeat, where it's going to be for them, and we'll also talk about United result as well. We've got paper talk. Let's get the papers up. So I have got the Sun. Big. So we've got the Sun, and their headline, they said sub Prem pressure to back head injury replacement in Jan. If you didn't know, yeah, it was a crazy collision with David Luiz and Jimenez. Hope Jimenez is alright. Obviously, I know he put something out, and he hopes to be back soon. But that was because obviously I was watching it, and obviously I was on my phone at the time, and I could hear it, and I was just like, oh my days. And the fact that David Luiz carried on is even worse, and Arsenal look like they're holding a lot of heat for it. Klopp is stressful. Fierce Prem stars are suffering emotionally, stress, coping with fixture congestions, admin the COVID-19 crisis. Yeah, and the fact that we're not doing 5 subs is a bit annoying. That's a bit annoying. I feel like we have to look out for people's health and whatnot. Another thing, Ederson faces ban, obviously still faces a 3-match ban despite a public apology for his comment on Instagram. So the FA are investigating that. It's a bit mad right now for Cavani after having a good performance as well. It is a bit annoying. We have got the Daily Star, and the Daily Star has said, so Terry Butcher, a bloody thought I was stupid to play with a wound. Terry had told David Luiz and modern players it's not macho to play with a head injury. It's not. I don't think it's safe. And I asked myself, he surely can't play on. He surely can't. But yeah, it was. If you didn't watch it, it was a horrific kind of injury. Cavani says sorry, obviously, for his comments of what he said. Leicester lost, so 2-1 Fulham, 2-1 to Fulham against Leicester. It's weird. No one can hold. That's what I'm saying. This league is crazy because no one can hold like a guaranteed consistent run of games. Only really Liverpool can only do that, really. So it is a bit annoying how no one can really hold their own in this league. Other paper, we have got the Daily Mail. Arsenal under fire for letting Hurt Star get behind the wheel. Arsenal faces heavy criticism for the handling of David Luiz's injury as it emerged. Club medical allowed defender to drive home. That is very dangerous. People really don't think sometimes, man. Obviously got the results. West Ham 2-1 against Aston Villa. Kind of a shocking result, really, because Aston Villa were on form. Leicester versus Fulham, obviously 2-1. Other news. That's much really. England's World Cup hero 1966 glory to be made full colour. Oh, so they're going to be showing the is in colour. Well, that should be interesting. I'll definitely give that a watch. The Daily Express. Obviously just the same news. Don't be bloody stupid like me. Terry Butcher told David Luiz and all modern players there's nothing macho, and it's not. If you feel like, and it could just make things worse, the rush of blood and everything, and David Luiz was a defender and he's gonna be using his head. Obviously he got taken off at half time, but at the same time anything could have happened. Last one, the Mirror. It says obviously there's nothing macho about head injury. England legend admits I was full thinking about it now. The braid thing would have been just to come off. That's what I'm saying. Any footballers out there that will be watching this, if you got head injury or any slight injury, just best don't risk it. Don't risk it at all, and just go. Like, I would just leave in it, to be fair. But that's me anyway. But yeah, that's the paper talk. Hope everyone has a good weekend. Lockdown's lifted tomorrow. Hope everyone's going to enjoy themselves. Keep safe. Remember to wear a mask at all times. Remember to wash your hands. Use hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer. And I hope everyone stays safe, okay? I'll be out on the weekend. Yeah, just a few things to mention. Remember to like the Facebook page. Remember to download the Relax Radio app and also follow us on Instagram and Twitter as well. If you want to check out my socials, humus_J on Instagram, humusJ on YouTube, Snapchat Jamie Richards 19. Also my Twitter is JCR Richards 3. And I'll be gone. Take care, guys, and bye bye.